Fantastic. All right. So if you ever need a block underneath your hips when you come into seated, or if you find not having a block and you don't feel as comfortable as you should be, maybe explore finding different props around you that can help you elevate your hips from your knees. So that doesn't have to be a block necessarily. It can be a pillow or something rolled up like a towel. Just explore maybe finding different variations of positions you are familiar with. And allow that to be something that you're willingly able to explore. That this practice isn't about being rigid in the way that we do things. It is simply to explore your body and to feel comfortable in engaging your breath, really just slowing down for a moment. So while you are here, just take a peek at your body. Have a look at how it's seated. And then allow your chin to be in a neutral position to your chest. Give your shoulders just a gentle roll back so that you're feeling a gentle lift in your heart. And visualize this length just all along your spine. So begin from your tailbone. Just allow it to tuck down towards the mat behind you. And continue to find this energy up and through your belly as you find your belly just gently pulling in. Keeping length in your spine. Coming up through your heart as you create a gentle lift there. And coming out through your neck, through the crown of your head, so you feel this gentle lift of the crown towards your ceiling. So this is you being mindful of your body as you hold it in its place. When we are just here without thinking, oftentimes we're just slouching. So notice that. Be aware of those changes in the way you think about yourself. From here, let's begin just to place our hands, finding awareness there, on top of your knees. Now notice your elbows. Where are they? Allow them to fall nice and close into your side body. And notice how this almost encourages length in your spine just a bit more. Now with all of this maintained, close your eyes if they aren't already. Begin to visualize your breath coming into this awareness, knowing that this breath that you are honoring currently is what gives you life. It's what connects us to each other. So allow this moment just to feel this rhythm with your breathing. This gentle flow of inhaling and exhaling. And in response to this awareness, how does it make you feel? How does it connect you to this moment? Before we begin to move our body through our asanas today, just take a moment here to reflect on the events that brought you to your mat today. And know that those events will have an effect on your practice. So let's just take the role of observing the events that brought us here. And now let it go, committing to this moment. And we'll begin to engage our breath with each other. Taking our inhales and exhales to comfortable counts of 4. Let's just do 2 rounds of this, taking a nice comfortable breath in, a comfortable breath out. We'll begin, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Just try to maintain this nice rhythm with your breath. And when you take your next inhale, let's find wide spread arms, bringing the palms together above your crown. And as you exhale, hands down through heart center. Just do this 2 more times, establishing movement with our breath. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Last round, inhale and exhale. With your inhale, let's find wide spread arms, 2 shoulder width apart. Let's release the left hand to the outer left hip and reach through the fingertips of your right. Come in and out of these side stretches. So with your next breath in, let's bring both arms back up to shoulder width. In your exhale to release the right hand and reach through the fingertips of the left. And we'll inhale, come back in through center. Let's make our way to the left. Use your exhale there. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left, and let's hold it here. Take a nice deep bend in your left elbow. Engage reaching out through your right fingertips. And soften your gaze here. Let's find our inhale to 4. And exhale. Just one more breath, holding it here. Inhale, reach out through your fingertips. And exhale. Let's inhale both arms to shoulder width. Exhale, make your way to the right. Bend deeply into your right elbow. Reach out through the left fingertips. Let's control our breath here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Soften your gaze. Last breath. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. With your next inhale, let's bring both arms in through center. This time, let's bring our hands behind our back. Let's interlace them there. Descend them away from your lower back. Squeezing your shoulder blades into each other. Lift up through your heart and just lift up through your chin slightly. Let's continue to squeeze your shoulder blades to each other, descending the hands away from your lower back. And now bring your chin in through neutral and find a gentle hinge forward. Maintaining the arms just the way you've engaged them. And let's hold it here. Softening your eyes. And let's just take one deep breath, inhaling and exhale. With your next inhale, rise yourself up and away so your torso is in through neutral. Release the arms out in front of you now, interlacing the palms here so the palms are facing you. And let's begin to round your back, drawing the palms away from your chest. And just drop your chin in towards your chest. And with your inhale, let's swim the arms behind you and maybe the palms touch here. Let's find this movement in our body of using our exhale to bring the arms out in front of you, interlace them there, draw the palms away from you, and round your back. With your inhale, swim the hands behind you, and maybe the palms touch. Just do this 2 more times. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, round your back. And inhale, open it up. From here, just allow your arms to relax alongside your body and just straighten the legs here. Just give them a moment, shake them out, and let's rest our hands just behind our hips. Just make sure the shoulders are rolled back to keep space within your heart center. From here, we're just going to focus on our feet for a moment. Give them a nice little wiggle. They've been tucked inside our boots or our shoes for the last while. So give them space to move freely and for you to be mindful of this movement. And from here, just take an inhale and just point both the toes away from you. And exhale to flex your feet. One more time, just like this. Inhale, point. And exhale to flex your feet. And from here, just release yourself from your feet. And we'll inhale to take wide spread arms. And as you exhale, just reach forward towards your hands. With an inhale, just find a halfway lift, establishing a flat back so the shoulders are away from your ears. Your belly pulls in, tailbone tucks down. And with this flat back now, drop your head in towards your chest. Let's keep our feet nice and flexed in this straight-legged forward fold. And we're going to move with the rhythm of our breath here. So oftentimes we're used to doing this position near the end of your practice. So how tight does your body feel doing it at the beginning? What sensations can you recognize in your body? So let's find our inhales and exhales to those counts of 4. Completing your next exhale here. And we'll just do 2 rounds. As you inhale and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. With your next breath in, slowly come up halfway, find your flat back, and let's walk our legs as wide as we can now. Maybe lift yourself up, place yourself back down, and with an inhale, let's take wide spread arms. And as you exhale, just turn yourself towards your left leg. As you exhale, release the hands on either side of your left leg. As you inhale, flip the front palm and windmill the right arm. The bicep is beside the ear, and you're reaching out through your fingertips. And we'll inhale, bring both arms in through center. Exhale, twist to the right. Release the hands on either side of the right leg. Flip the front left palm, windmill it up and over, bicep beside the ear. And we'll inhale, both arms in through center. So this is the motion in our body. Let's inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, flip the palm, windmill the right arm. With your exhale, bring everything in through center. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, flip the left palm, windmill it up. And exhale, everything in through center. One more time on each side. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, windmill the right arm up and over. Exhale, arms in through center. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, left arm up and over. And exhale, hands in through center. This time, just release the hands straight out in front of you, letting them relax there. Drop your head back into your chest. Enjoy this roundness in through your back. And let's keep our feet flexed in this wide-legged forward fold. Just settle in to softening your face. And let's control the rhythm of our breathing. So complete your next exhale. And we'll inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale. And exhale. With your next inhale, just slowly come up halfway. Find your flat back as you release yourself. Take the hands underneath your thighs here. Just slowly bend one knee at a time. And let's meet in a tabletop position. Always take your time arriving in tabletop to check in with your hands, with your knees. And once you arrive there, give yourself a couple cat-cows. Cat-cow is such a familiar flow in our body, so enjoy moving freely here. And once you finish your cat with a round back, let's meet in a neutral tabletop. And let's take the right hand underneath the bridge of your nose. Let's swing our legs over to the left. Let's look over the left shoulder so that we can establish squeezing in our left side body. So this might feel a bit uncomfortable, so feel free to come in and out of creating this compression. And once you've found a space where you can hold it there, encourage a nice deep inhale. Encourage a complete exhale. Let's do one more breath. Inhale. And exhale. With your next inhale, find everything walking in through center. Now with the left hand underneath the bridge of the nose and your legs swing to the right. Look over the right shoulder and encourage squeezing in your right side body. This compression encourages rejuvenation in the essential organs in your body. So feel free, come in and out of it if at any point it feels a bit uncomfortable. And let's take 2 deep breaths here, inhaling and exhale. Soften your gaze, last breath, inhale and exhale. With your next inhale, slowly allow everything, come back in through center. Let's take our downward facing dog here, tucking the toes, lifting your hips up and back. Give your head a bit of a nod, yes and no, in your downward dog. Once you've established that, take your gaze in between your thighs. And from here, with our inhale, we're going to come onto our tippy toes in our downward dog, or as high as we can onto them. And as you exhale, reach your heels as close as you can towards your mat. So that's our flow. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale to come onto our tippy toes. Exhale, reach your heels. Soften your face as you create this movement. Inhale. And exhale. With your next inhale, look towards your hands and let's come in through a plank. Let's take a moment in our plank just to establish a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, let's now lower the knees to the mat. Point the elbows straight back as you lower chest and belly. Baby cobra with an inhale. Roll the shoulders back, lift up through your heart. And as you exhale, let's take downward facing dog. From our downward dog, let's plant the left foot onto the mat. And let's inhale, rise the right leg as high as you can in through three-legged down dog. And now we're just going to simply hold this position. So we might feel a lot of weight in your hands here. Try to allow the palms of your hands to push the mat away from you. And distribute weight out through the lifted right heel. Let the head be heavy and let us now lower the right leg back down to meet the left. Make adjustments with your feet here. And let's take an inhale back in through your plank. Take your exhale, find your modified chaturanga. Use your inhale, baby cobra. Use your exhale, downward dog. Find that same sequence on the opposite side now. So plant the right foot onto the mat. Lift the left leg as high as you can. Don't worry about the height of the lifted leg. Just worry about distributing weight all throughout your body by drawing the hands away from you and reaching out through the left heel. Let your head be relaxed. Encourage any discomfort here. Settle into softening the muscles in your face. From here, let's lower the left leg back onto your mat. Inhale to come forward and through your plank. Exhale, modified chaturanga here. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog just for a moment. And from your downward dog, let's take child's pose. Knees to the mat, big toes to touch behind you. And let's relieve tension from our wrists here. So let the palms face the ceiling. Give the fingers a little bit of a wiggle here. Create that nice movement. Maybe even invite a bit of rotation in your wrists in both directions. And now just give yourself a moment to find stillness and heaviness in your body in your child's pose. Begin with your face. It's always a good place to start to relax those muscles as you begin to watch the rest of your body responding to that sensation. Notice your breathing here. Just fall into understanding its rhythm. When you are ready, we're going to make our way back in through tabletop. From our tabletop, we're going to come into extended tabletop. So let's kick the right leg back and reach out through your heel. How do we maintain ourselves here? By reaching out through the right heel, flexing the glute, and finding the navel nice and close and towards your spine. Keep your chin neutral to your chest. From here, let's add a bit of balance by rising the left arm up. It's okay if you fall out of this, just come right back into it. Keeping your gaze straight down. If you're looking forward, it might affect your balance just a bit more. Hold it here. Notice the heaviness that is felt in your muscles to maintain this position. And from here, we're going to bring our elbow and knee into each other. So as you exhale, bring the elbow and knee into each other as you drop your chin in towards your chest, holding it there. With an inhale, just extend everything away once again. And now we will lower the hand and the knee. Take a moment here, shake out your wrists. A lot of weight is being bared upon them. So once you come back into your tabletop, make sure the hands are nice and wide. And let's just stretch out the wrists a bit more here just by finding large circles in our body so that our shoulders are going over our wrists, to the sides, and behind. You might even feel some crinks or cracks in your knees. Go in the opposite direction now. Let's meet back in our neutral tabletop and let's kick the left leg back. Reach out through your heel, flex your glute, navel to the spine. Chin is neutral to the chest, so you're looking straight down. Let's find our breath here, and once you're nice and secure with your left leg, extend the right arm forward. Extended tabletop here. You're going to notice tension beginning in your face, so soften it. You are strong in this position. As you reach out through your left heel and reach out through the right fingers. From here, let's find elbow and knee into each other as we round our back. Drop the chin into our chest. Inhale, extend everything out. Exhale, lower the hand and the knee. Shake out your wrists. Let's find tabletop and take downward dog. From our downward dog, feet walk now towards your hands. Once they arrive there, use your inhale, find a halfway lift. So hands to the tops of the thighs, belly in, tailbone down. With this flat back, take a forward fold. Let's bring our hands now to our elbows, chin into our chest. Let's hold it here, giving the head a nice nod, yes and no if you need to. If you're happy here in stillness with this forward fold, then you can remain here. If you want to create a bit of movement just by swaying with control from side to side, then find that. If you've made this movement, come back into stillness just for a moment and let's take a nice deep inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Once you've completed your exhale, take a deep bend in your knees and begin to roll your spine one vertebra at a time. Let the head be the last to lift as you find your Swamasthiti. Just be aware of the sensations in your body as you arrive now in this simple standing position. Don't overlook simplicity. Notice your breathing. Notice your balance. And from here, let's step the left foot out to the left so we're facing the back edge of our mat. So we're going to do variations of triangles. So we're going to begin with our familiar triangle with the left leg straight, the heel in line with the arch of the right, hands into our T. Inhale, reach forward with the left hand. As the left hip comes back, right hip comes forward. Before we move from here, where's your belly? Is it pushing out? Pull it in. With that engaged, now take the left hand to the inner left thigh. Let's rise the right arm up. Let's think about our hips before we connect with the body a bit more. Continue to invite the left hip back and the right hip forward. Look down if you need to. Draw out through the pinky toe edge of the right foot. Now let's think about our arms. Reach up through the right hand. Reach down through the left. Twist your torso as if you're in between two walls. The gazes remain down. Only if you are nice and secure should you lift it. Now that we're here, we're in this shape, let's engage our breath. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Reach up and exhale. Take a micro bend in the left knee and we'll bring our hands back up into a T position. From here, let's bring our hands to our hips and we're going to come now into revolving triangle. So we want to twist our torso now so we're facing the back edge of our mat. Again, our hips are nice and squared towards it. Let's engage drawing down through both of your heels and we'll inhale to rise the right arm up. Let's take a twist to the left. And this might be enough for us. Think about your feet here. Keep drawing down through the heels. Let's move deeper and let's take the back of the right hand to the outer left thigh. Now think about your hips. They definitely would have moved from that square position. So re-engage them there and keep your belly pulled in. If we want to move deeper now, let's take the left hand and rise it up. Reaching up towards your ceiling with the left, reaching down towards your mat with the right. Keep your gaze down unless you're super stable and you can lift it towards your ceiling. Almost feels like a foreign posture here, so let's settle into our breath. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. One more breath, hold it here, inhale and exhale. With an inhale, if your left hand is lifted, lower it to your hip again and slowly rise yourself away. Let's reset our body with a wide-legged stretch here, paralleling both of your feet. Let's find a vinyasa in our breath as you inhale, hands into a T. Exhale, hands towards your hips. Inhale, lift up through your heart. Exhale, take a hinge forward. Release the hands to your mat and let the head become heavy again. So you can either remain here in stillness if it's very comfortable for you. If you're intrigued in inviting movement in this wide-legged forward fold, just play around with bending in through one knee and bending through the other. Just exploring the posture in different ways. So let's all complete our next exhale here. And with your inhale, find a nice halfway lift. You might find you need to heel toe your feet a bit closer to each other, so find that as you bring your hands in towards your hips. Micro bend in both your knees as you inhale to slowly rise. Now let's find that sequence of triangle on the opposite side. So right toes point to the front edge of your mat. The heel of the right is aligned with the arch of the left. Take our hands into that comfortable T position, and as you inhale, reach forward with your right hand. Just hold it here. Think about your hips as your right hip comes back, left hip comes forward. How's your belly? Pull it in. Now that you're secure, take the right hand to the inner right thigh. Let's maintain our gaze to the mat as we rise the left arm up. Twisting your torso, imagine that wall. Now think about your hips once again. Bring your left hip forward. Watch the right hip come back. Lift up through the right fingers. Reach down with the right. Find that twist in your torso. Now that we're nice and secure, let's take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, think of that count of 4. and exhale. With your next inhale, take a micro bend into your right knee as you rise your arms up into your T position. Take our hands towards our hips, and let's fully twist our torso so we're facing the front edge of your mat. Feel free, if you need to readjust your feet here, find that. We're finding revolving triangle now. So hands towards your hips, right hip comes back, left hip comes forward. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, twist to the right. Again, this might be where you're at today. That's okay. If you want to explore this posture, take the left hand to the outer right thigh. And if you're happy here to stay, then stay here. Keep your gaze towards your mat. Establish drawing down through both of your feet. To move deeper, let's rise the right arm up. Reaching up through the right, reaching down through the left. Again, your gaze is still to the mat unless you're fully secure, then lift it towards the lifted palm. You're going to feel heat within your body now. So let's settle into our breathing as we hold it here. Taking a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Soften your gaze. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. When you are ready to bring the right hand back down to the right hip, micro bend into the right knee to rise yourself up. And let's heel toe our feet here towards the top of your mat, finding your Swamasthiti. Give your shoulders a roll back, maybe shake out the hands and shake out the feet. You've found stillness in your body, so loosen it up here. And we're going to come back into a forward fold. So with your inhale, take wide spread arms. With your exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the tops of the thighs, belly in, tailbone down. From your flat back, find this hinge forward. Just release the hands now, wherever is comfortable for you. Just ensure your head is nice and heavy and towards your chest. And we're going to hold it here. So take a minute to gaze at your feet. Are you drawing down into your toes, maybe a bit too much? Take that weight and transfer it into the heels of your feet. Now shift your gaze so it's in between your thighs. Soften those muscles in your face. And let's take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to make our way back down to the mat. So with your inhale, as you find your halfway lift, just bend into your knees so that you can plant your hands onto your mat. Step one foot back at a time to meet in your plank. From your plank, let's find modified chaturanga. You lower the knees, lower chest and belly. Use your inhale to find baby cobra. Use your exhale to take downward dog, just to stretch it all out. From your downward dog, release the knees back onto your mat. Release the legs out in front of you, and let's come to leg flat on your back. Once you arrive laying flat on your back, you can play around here. If you are comfortable with having the knees bent and falling in towards each other, then find that. Or there's always the option just to keep them nice and straight. We're using corpse posture as a moment to simply just absorb all of those sequences. To allow a moment of rest. to not be discouraged by finding ourselves here. This is the time for you to notice any heat that you may or may not have built up in your body. Any sensations that you might feel. This is your time to find that awareness. And from here, we're going to come into a bit of a restorative posture. We're going to come in through butterfly. So if your knees aren't already bent, let's bend them here and bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall wide. I always like playing around with different variations with my arms. So sometimes it's nice to bring them in a T position or to keep them alongside your body, or even maybe bring them up over your head. Play around with different variations until you can find one that works for you. And just notice, beginning with your face, notice your eyes. If they are opened wide, how is your mind wandering? How easy it is. And now when you have them closed, what does it feel like? Think of this as connecting. This is what brings you peace, free of adversity. As you welcome love and protection to surround you. As you call back your energy, you call back your strength. These words that hold such strong meaning. Allow that to be what you attract for yourself. Notice your breath, the rhythm of your breathing, this meditative state of mind. These choices are always yours to make. When you are ready to bring your hands here underneath the outer thighs so that you can bring the knees into each other. And let's bend both the knees here into your chest. Give yourself a nice bear hug. Give the lower back a bit of love by finding that nice rocking from side to side. And also maybe those small circles in both directions. And from here, let's keep our right knee pulling into our chest. And let's lower the sole of the left foot onto your mat. If you can straighten the left leg completely onto your mat, then find that. And with the right knee nice and closed, just give a gentle rock from side to side here. And if it's available to you here, let's take the middle and index finger, wrap it around the big toe of the right foot, and straighten your right leg towards your ceiling, and we'll hold it here. It's okay if there's a super big bend in your right knee. Just focus on reaching out through your right heel. This will loosen up those muscles over time. And if it's really not available to you today to find the toe, just take the hands behind the thigh or the calf. So let's hold it here to encourage this change and this stretch in your body. Find this rhythm with your breath once again. And from here, let us now bend the right knee back into your chest. Let's take the left hand to the outer right knee, just so that you can draw the right knee through midline towards the left. Taking your right hand into a T position. Just looking for that stretch in the outer right hip here. I'm just holding it there. Once it feels nice and juicy for you, we'll bring the right knee back in through center. Just lower the sole of the right foot onto the mat. Maybe straighten it out to meet the left if that left leg is straight. Just give yourself a moment to notice the right side compared to the left. And we'll begin to bend both knees back into your chest. Just check in with the back of your neck for a moment. Let the chin tuck in slightly as you create this nice massaging sensation in your lower back. And from here, let's keep the left knee close into your chest as you lower the sole of the right foot down, either remaining here or straightening the right leg completely. Let the left knee just find some gentle rocking from side to side. And let's take the index and middle finger of the left hand, wrap it around the big toe of the left, straighten the left leg. Again, just be aware of your body, the differences on one side compared to the other. Not to be discouraged if the foot isn't available to you and you find you have to grab the leg. There's nothing wrong with that. Because wherever you are, reach out through your heel. This is encouraging that stretch in your hamstring. Just be here. Remain here. Find stillness as you hold this. How are your eyes? If they are wandering, is your mind responding to that? Remaining here, and if your eyes are closed, what does that feel like to you? So simple are these thoughts, yet they are hugely effective. And from here, let's bend our left knee now back into your chest. Take the right hand to the outer left knee, the left hand to a T as you cross the left leg through midline towards the rib. Look for that area where you feel a nice stretch in your outer left hip. Holding it there. Maybe take a nice deep breath in and a comfortable breath out. And from here, let's bring the left knee in through center. Straighten it onto your mat. So both legs are now straight onto your mat. Just giving yourself a moment to notice your body. So let's readjust ourselves laying flat here. Let's take the hands alongside your body. Let the palms face the ceiling. Let the legs be as wide as your mat here so that now the toes can fall away from each other. Let's work a bit on some breath retention. Our body and our minds are relaxed, so it's easier to work on these types of practices of holding our breath. We're just going to do 2 rounds of this. So a familiar exercise of inhaling to 4, holding the top of the inhale for that same count, and exhaling for 4. We're going to take this nice and slow. Remember, you are in control. Let's all complete our next exhale. And we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. As you allow your breath now to fall into a comfortable state, as you allow the effects of controlling your breathing to settle in this moment, if you feel like you are comfortable enough to remain where you are, to fall into Shavasana, then stay there. And if there is any movement that you are craving here in this moment, feel free to make it. I will cue you when we will begin a bit of a guided meditation in through your Shavasana. So when you are ready to come into your final resting posture, just slowly take your time to invite yourself there. The most important thing in your Shavasana is to commit to stillness, to fight any urge to move until you hear the sounds of those bells. This is the true test of your practice. How strong is your mind? So now that you are here, in this moment, in the room you are in, let go of your eyes and allow them to fall deep into your skull. As you allow here the forehead to soften, you soften this area between your brows as you now fall into the space of your imagination. You begin to see this beam of pure white light that is surrounding you. To know that you are surrounded by love and protection as you fall into this journey of the mind. And now here you are, laying in the middle of a field. The grass is soft and green around you. The smell of the earth comes from it. And in this field, in circles around you, are tall trees. And in those trees, you hear the birds. You hear the rustle of the breeze moving the branches. And up above you is a blue, clear sky as the rays of the sun beat down onto your body. You feel energized by this. Feel a sense of joy in what the sun provides not only to you, but to the woods you are currently in. You feel relaxed here, at peace with Mother Earth, knowing that you are protected, that you are safe in this moment. Simply connect. You allow yourself to be. When you are ready, you will allow this light to slowly come back into your body. This sacred time of regrowth, rejuvenation of yourself. Honor this moment with a smile. Allow that to be what you attract. You slowly bend your knees, roll to one side, and eventually finding yourself back in the seated position with the palms together at heart center, allowing yourself to bow here towards your fingertips as a sign of respect to your mind, body, and spirit, to the elements of earth, air, fire, and water, to the directions of north, south, east, and west. Please allow us to close with an Om, followed by an Aum. When you are ready, inhaling deeply. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.